Season 3. Real Talk with Sergeant Cerrone. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Don't forget we got celebrity news. We got it. Sports. We got that too. Oh, don't forget politics. Oh, we trying to get sued. Nah, we talking about that too. Your one-stop shop for everything entertainment. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
What is going on? Welcome to Straight Up Real Talk. I am your boy Serge, of course. I got Cerrone with me on this Sunday night at 8 o'clock. First thing I want to do real quickly is apologize because I know our days change, our times change. Just because I myself have a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I'll tell you about that some other time. But I have a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And so that is the reason why our days and stuff was switched up. It is me. It is not Cerrone. Cerrone is on it. Cerrone keeps me on my toes. He'll message me at like 5 o'clock and be like, we on tonight, right? I'm like, wait, it's tonight? I'm like, wait, hold on, wait. Because I got so much going on behind the scenes. But again, shout out to Cerrone for keeping me on my toes. Apologizing to you guys. We're gonna get this back together. We're gonna get on time. Cerrone, what is going on?
I'm tired. But I'm good though. Work is good. As usual, I gotta put out let you all know what I do here. I'm a recruiter for the United States Army. If you know anyone who's interested in changing their lives, going to school for free, and I said yes, for free. You have to pay nothing to go to school. You want to pay off your student loan debt? Let me know. Hit me up in the DMs. Let me know. You want to change your career path and you get paid to get all those certifications? United States Army will assist in that. Come talk to me. Don't be afraid. I've been in the Army for 14 years now. Actually, April 7th is going to make 14 years since I joined the Army. So if you know anyone or if you're interested, don't be afraid. We take up to age 41. So it's too bad, Serge, you kind of just missed the cutoff.
I just missed it.
You just missed the cutoff. But like on a real talk though, come talk to me, and we can definitely go from go from there. Alrighty. So what's been going on, Serge?
Not much. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I've been extremely busy, but I will tell you guys about that some other time. Okay. Not tonight, but my day job, it's coming up on the end of the year. Graduation time is coming up. And so that's right. You remember last year, I was like, I got to be done by May because, graduation is coming up and I got to make sure that these students graduate on time and get their degree so they can go on to make some of themselves.
Yeah. But, before we do anything, I just want to thank everyone who's been supporting us. Thank you for always supporting us, following us, liking us. And if you haven't done so, please go ahead and subscribe to us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. There you find all our shows and our very interesting conversations, a very hot topic. We're going to start off the show tonight by paying homage to Mr. Louis Gossett Jr. For those of you who don't know, he passed away this week. Also, he was the very first African American to ever win a supporting actor role. Ever since that gate has been open, you've had Denzel, you've had Jamie Foxx, you've had Mahershala Ali, and so many others who's benefited from him winning that first one. So much respect. And if you pay attention to the very last movie he was in, The Color Purple, he was Old Mister. Yes. So rest in peace. It's going to be missed in the acting world. So
yeah. Quick note about Louis Gossett Jr. Funny story. So out of all of his movies and accolades and awards and all these big movies he was in, I know him. Every time I see him, the first movie that comes into mind is Jaws 3 when it was in 3D. It's probably one of the worst of the series with Jaws. But he was in 3. and it was in 3D, but I watch it all the time. And so that's like the main movie. When you say Louis Gossett Jr., I think of like the bootleg Jaws 3 in 3D.
Okay.
Yeah. The man has a whole Academy Award, but to me, when I think Louis Gossett Jr., I think of Jaws 3.
Hey,
But it's one of my
that one thing that one actor, that one singer did that will forever stand out to us, no matter how many more accolades they have.
Exactly. And so shout out to Louis Gossett Jr.
Yes. All right, then. So we're gonna move right along, and we're gonna go over to what's going on in your favorite state, the Sunshine State.
Not that trash state. I mean, I know that's your home state. I'm just throwing you under the bus. That's your home state.
Bro, I don't know
Yo,
what's going on. I have to take my glasses off for this one.
For real.
I don't know what's going on there. Like
this story just make me mad, but go ahead.
So for those of you who don't know, and let me read it to you right now. The Florida governor, Ron DeSantis, has signed a law that has given his state one of the most restrictive social media bans for minors, though it must be still withstand unexpected legal challenges. So this is what's taking place. If you have a child who is 14 years old and under, he or she, if starting in January, cannot have a social media account unless their parent signs off on it. I understand, but I also think it's BS because you have to find a right balance, because, but it's Florida. What can I say? What do you think about this soon to be law?
Let me make something.
I don't have a cheat nor a child.
Let me just make something perfectly clear. There will be no day in the depths of hell when somebody's going to tell me what I'm doing with my internet and my house with my kid. First of all, it's my responsibility as a parent to know what my kid is doing online. I don't need the governor, the government, a state, whoever, Supreme Court, whoever want to get involved to tell me what my kid can and can't do inside of my house. Like, no. Just no. What are we turning to? North Korea? Like, no, stop. Just stop. Like, what's next? You're going to say what? Now the kids can't, it needs to stop somewhere. And I'm not trying to sound all crazy conspiracy theory, but it's gonna get to a point where you're not gonna be able to do nothing. Nothing, because they're gonna try and ban and stop every single thing. Like they Again, circle back around, because this story just always has me high. You are not telling me what my kid is doing on my internet that I'm paying for. My kid is in the house. If my kid is 14 and my kid want to go on Facebook, my kid's going to go on Facebook unless I say no. My kid isn't going on Facebook. Let's be clear.
If you're watching this, please feel free to share your opinions about this. But just know that if you happen to move to the state of Florida next year, you can sign a consent form, I guess, to have your child have their own social media account. But let me ask you though.
Wait, hold on. I need to clarify something though, because I do believe that the internet is getting out of hand with people just being mean and bullying and all that. I agree with that 100%. But that's why I went in and saying, as a parent, it is my responsibility to make sure my kid is safe on the internet.
Yeah,
I don't need the government stepping in telling me what my kid can. It's not like it's alcohol. It's not like it's drugs. It's not like it's any of that other stuff that's illegal, right? I don't need you stepping in telling me, what are you going to say next? My kid shouldn't be watching TV after 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? Like, my kid shouldn't be, if you're under 15, you shouldn't be outside past 7. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna just snowball if y'all just keep letting this stuff slide. Like, no, stay out of my business, stay out of my house, stay out of my pockets. I pay the internet. My kid want to go up there on his cell phone, he will. You want to go online on his computer, he will. Like, stop. Period. Like, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, I agree because I understand to a point what they're trying to do. However, when you go so far, it starts to snowball into other things.
Yeah.
You know, just like how in Florida, about they're trying to try to take African American history out of high schools because apparently, according to their philosophy, like slavery didn't essentially happen. So they're trying to take it or history out of high school.
Let's keep it real. They don't want their grandkids to see what holes they were to other races. And so they want to take it out and try and hide it. Let's call it thing.
Mhm.
Stop. Like, stop. Just stop. You're embarrassed. You're embarrassed about what you did. And now you don't want your children to see or hear about what's going on.
Hmm.
Just call
I
it
agree.
like, stop.
I agree.
We know we
I agree, but
we know what it is.
yeah, but I do believe that that they should be more. That Florida should be careful. You know, I see the good in it, but they're going to use that along the way to do other things that could infringe upon other
That
rights
is
that
my
you
point.
have.
That is my point. This is what I'm saying. I'm telling you, next thing you're gonna be saying, your kids can't be outside past 7. Your kids can't do this. Then it's gonna be you can't do that. You can't. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
not being funny, but they just banned you know what from Texas. You know you know that I'm not gonna say the name because, but you
Hmm.
know what I'm talking about, right? Like they banned that. Like now like come on, like, and I'm not, whatever, do whatever it is you're gonna do, it is your business, but like come on, like no, like stop. That's what I'm saying. It's a snowball effect and they're just gonna keep going and they're gonna keep doing it unless you like. This is my whole thing about this, and I'm gonna end it with this.
Hmm.
Instead of penalizing the good people, the good kids who go up there and do what they need to do. And how about you become tougher and stricter on the ones who are doing what not who are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, or the adults that are being mean, or the people who are going out there trying to take advantage of children and stuff. How about you be harder on them? How about you focus on them and less on the kids who are like, kids like, because children don't go outside anymore, kids don't go outside anymore. Because they don't go outside anymore, they use social media a lot that is their socializing. It is.
Correct.
Unfortunately, it is. Like I can tell you now, my kid doesn't go outside. I gotta force him to go outside. It's not like we were when we were kids, when we were always outside. Like I had to be forced in the house. I was always outside. It's not like that anymore, right? And so that's how they socialize. That's how they keep up with their friends. That's how they keep up even with their family at 13, 14, 15. And so it is a bad idea to strip that away from them. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Okay. Okay.
Dominic.
Okay. Understand. Definitely understand.
Oh, wait, real quick. Sorry. One last thing. This is exactly why Ron DeSantis did not go anywhere trying to run for president. Ain't nobody trying to hear all of this nonsense. All of this stuff that he's doing in Florida. See, he thought he was going to be able to take what he's doing in Florida and take it and make it like for the whole country.
Hmm.
Nah, we was like, nah, we ain't that. You keep all that nonsense in Florida. We ain't checking for you around here. All right, I'm done.
No, I definitely understand that. I definitely understand. I definitely understand. All right, so we're gonna move past that a little bit, and we're going to go on to something that could possibly be a little bit similar, is in the same pathway as that. But how important is religion? Do you think people are like shifting away from religion too much? And question, is religion important in this day and age?
Ooh, that is a good question. It's a tough question. Is religion important? Okay,
Hmm.
I gotta make sure I don't say the wrong thing because most most of my family is religious, right? Um, I think religion is good in terms of I think religion. How can I say this? I'm trying to find the right words here. Um,
Mhm.
I honestly believe religion does keep people from doing the wrong things a lot of times, right? I do think when they think about, God and hell and heaven and the angels and the 10 commandments and that type of stuff, I do think that that does help to keep people kind of like in line and in check. It does, right?
Mhm.
um my problem when it comes to religion is when the people who are in the religion or practice the religion, they're not very open to everyone. A and B, they pick and choose what sins are like. For instance, I don't know why it is more acceptable for your daughter to be pregnant unmarried than it is for maybe your son to be gay, right? And so, or your husband cheated on you, but your daughter's a lesbian, but you hate your daughter, you kick your daughter out, and you're like, she's going to hell. But your husband who cheated on you is not. You know what I mean? And so I just see that a lot. They pick and choose which sins are like, uh, which sins are going to send somebody to hell and which sins are not. And I just think there's something fundamentally wrong about that, right? If you're going to say a sin is a sin is a sin,
Mhm.
if you're going to practice that, right? And so I think that's one of the biggest issues there. And I just don't think that they're very inclusive, right? A lot of times they are very judgmental, right?
Mhm.
I've seen it where, they say, come to church as you are. But when you go to church as you are, you get the stares, you get the looks. It's, I don't believe he or she has that on. Like, oh, like that's how you know what I mean? And so I just think that I think they need to fix that, work on that, and I think and be a little bit more inclusive. And I think that people will start coming back around. But I do think is needed. I really do think is needed.
But what about for those churches that are not your traditional churches where I forgot the correct term for it, but is where are I think they're called non-conforming churches, that you have the ministers in there that are actually like gay, but
Mhm.
you have other people as well there. Like, and when you go to the traditional versions of those churches, they frown upon and say, "Oh, those church that has gay people, lesbian, those are not real churches." Um, do you think in our society that we're tending to see more of those open-minded churches flourish more than the regular churches that you would grow up like in the South, the hardcore Christian church, that they're not gonna accept, like gay people,
Yeah.
lesbian, transgender, all those people?
I don't necessarily think that it's going to flourish more because I think you're going to always have the traditional church crowd.
Hmm.
You're always going to have the traditional church um, worshipers. You just are. They are never going away. Which I mean, rightfully so. They don't have to go away. They shouldn't go away, right? But I do think a lot more people. I think as generations go on, I think
Hmm.
that the non-conforming, I would say, I guess the way to say it, churches are going to become a little bit more bigger because I
Okay.
think that they're gonna feel like they fit in more over there than your
Mm,
more stereotypical church over here.
okay.
Yeah, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. As time goes on, definitely, I feel like more people are gonna gravitate towards your non-traditional church.
Okay.
But
I understand.
I definitely think church and religion. I think it's definitely needed because these heathens out here. Ooh, these heathens.
Mm, 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 mm. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to a little bit more like for this particular topic. I am kind of like half and half on it. Um, and we are gonna talk about Lizzo with what I've seen things been going on with her and the backlash that people have been saying about her. Apparently, not apparently, according to a post, she said that she is going to quit the music industry. And no lie, under every single post that I've seen, you have other human beings, not robots or anything, saying that she should go kill herself. She should already been quit. And like even she said that in her post, like people have been dragging her name. People said like, okay, even if the entire world was trying to drag you, we couldn't drag you because you're too big. And they were you're so wrong for
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm sorry. Oh God, that is bad. That it took me a while for that to hit me. I was like, wait, what? And then when I thought about it, oh man, that is bad. That, that is bad. That is really bad. Somebody, somebody said that. That is
They did.
that is bad. Oh God, sorry, I didn't mean to.
They
Okay,
really did.
okay, that was bad. That's bad.
They really
I
did.
know I'm laughing is not funny, but it took me a second. I was like, wait a minute, did he just say what I think he just said? Like, wait, what?
Because
That's
no lie, like when I read it, I'm like, my bad. But then when it hit me, I'm like, oh, y'all
people are
dirty for
mean.
this.
People are mean as hell.
Yes, they are mean, and it said she should go kill herself. And when we can't drag you far enough, or you should go just quit, like you should have quitted a long time ago. They were going in under her post, and I'm like, why is it everyone is jumping on the bandwagon of for her demise? Whatever she did allegedly with her dancers and all, but I'm like, that is not good. And they're always anything that has to do with a black woman and she trying to be better. There's always negativity that's coming for
Yeah.
her.
Here's the thing, right? And I'm gonna go off topic a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back to Lizzo because we were talking about
Mhm.
this behind the scenes. It seems like there's it's just this effort to like, and I don't know because I because I've been, although I've been kind of social media MIA for like a month or so, but
Mhm.
I'm heavily into social media, and I talked about this. I believe I talked with you behind the scenes about this about
Mhm.
people are just mean as hell. When I say
Yes,
mean as
they
hell,
are.
Jerome, people are mean as hell online. Even me, I would just say something. I remember, like, I mean, some of you may know who she is. She's actually Candy's cousin, Real Housewives of Atlantis. Candy. She's her cousin. Her name is Akbar B. She's a rapper, and she lives in Atlanta, and she was on actually Love and Hip Hop. But anyway, her and I literally, I don't even say we go at it because we don't. She goes in on me every chance, every comment. I'm because I said one thing. I forgot. It was like on the shade room or something like that, and they were talking. She was getting into an argument with somebody, and I literally just said, "I wish Akbar would just make music. She's a dope rapper. She should stay out of this mess and make music." So wrong. Literally all I said. She went in on me. She called me an old man. She was like, she literally went to my page. Sorry, but I'm putting you on blast. She literally went to my page, Sarone, no kidding, and was like looking at my photos. And she literally came back and she was just going in detail about like literally. And every time I post on something, she literally comes underneath the post coming at me, even if it's not even about her, right? She comes at
Wow.
me. And so, but it's weird because it's like this effort to like come at me for some weird reason because I literally said you're a dope rapper, whatever the case may be, but you need to concentrate on that. But anyway, I said it to say like people are just mean as hell. And I've been noticing more and more as I'm on social media more. I can see it. And sometimes like I'll put a post up, not a post, I'll comment on something, never anything negative. A lot of times I'll say something that's like out of fun. I'll crack a joke about something. And I'll notice I have 10, 12 comments of just like negative, the meanest, just mean. And sometimes I'll even go and delete what I said because it's so hateful. I'm like, damn, like, was it that serious? Like, dag. And so I'm circling back to say all this. Like, I can probably see where Lizzo is coming from. The problem is like, you chose to be in this industry. This is your thing. Like, you chose it. And so you unfortunately, unless you quit, like you said you did, but I mean, I really don't think Lizzo is going to quit. But
I think she's just going to take a time off, a break.
yeah, take your time. Like the minute you step foot in this industry, you have to know, or you should have been. Someone should have told you. You should have been prepared about what was going to come with it. You're a Black woman. B, you are a what's the political correct word to say? You are a thick, healthy Black woman. Sarone, stop. We're gonna leave it at that. And so she already has like 2 strikes against her, and then she's extremely talented. Like she's an extremely talented lady, right? And so people don't want to see you win when you're talented because they're haters. And so like she's just gonna have to get it together because it's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. And what's messed up about this with her, because now they know this bothers you, it's just gonna get worse. Because now they know, oh, let's just I want to say keep their foot on their neck because George Floyd, like that's just a bad thing to say now. But they're just gonna keep on her because they know that that's her weakness now. It's a weakness for her. And like she just put it out there.
So what if she comes back and she is now like what Jennifer Hudson did?
What did Jennifer Hudson do?
Lost all that weight.
Then it's going to be, how did you lose the weight? You was on Ozempic. You got surgery. You didn't do this. You did that. You're still this. You're still that. It's
So
still
pretty much she can't win for nothing.
No. And then if she gets too skinny, oh, now you look like a crackhead. She should have kept some weight on. Oh, her face is like, it's literally never going to end. And so the only thing that first of all, I know these days, to be an artist and be whatever, it's big, social media is everything. Get you a social media manager. Get you a social media manager to handle all of your social media. You are rich, allegedly, but I know you got money for a social media manager. Get someone to handle your social media. You actually never have to look at your social media. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to look at it. And so get somebody to work your social media. And so you don't have to deal with that. Like that's another thing. They become famous and big and they need that. Like they say, ooh, what are they saying about me? Do they love me? And then you start seeing a lot of the negative stuff. And you're like, oh, man, like that's not what I was expecting type of thing. And so she's going to have to get it together. Lizzo, just take a break, get some relaxation, see a therapist and stay off the internet.
Yeah, I agree because you're always going to have people who just don't like you just because it's Monday at 12 o'clock.
Period. But more important, I'm going to end with this. How are you going to let strangers, let strange people you've never met before a day in your life make you quit your profession? When you literally sit back and think about it, she's letting strangers run her away from her profession.
Yeah, and she's really good.
This is what I'm saying. There will never be a day in hell when I'm letting somebody I don't know who, I call them internet thugs. There will never be a cold day in hell when an internet thug is going to stop me from doing anything. They're just not. You know what I mean? Like, so Lizzo, come on, get it together.
Okay. All right. We're going to stay in the same category of music. So Beyonce dropped some music recently.
She did.
And I'm going to say that I have not listened to the album. I've heard 1 and 2 singles from it,
Hmm.
but I heard she's doing really, really good.
This new album is my favorite Beyonce album.
Why?
It is my. I like the songs. I like the production.
Okay.
I like the way she's singing it.
Is she singing, or she's allegedly, well, she can't rap on country album, but is she trying to be what you expect, singing that nasally for you to think it's
No,
country music, like
no. And see, and that's what I thought. I thought she was gonna intentionally try and sound country, put a
hmm
twang in her voice. Although Beyonce
yeah.
kind of already has a little twang. No, she still sounds exactly like Beyonce. I think the production and the music is what's
hmm
giving you the country. Her
Okay.
voice, her singing is still just regular Beyonce, but the production and the music is definitely country, and so that's what gives you the country vibe. But she has a song with Miley Cyrus, and I can't think of the name of it,
Is it
but
is it
that's
is it the Jolene one?
no, not that one. It's another one. I can't think of the name of it. Dang. But it's a very good song. Her and Miley Cyrus. Um, I like Miley's new. I don't want to say new, but adult, deep voice, deep raspy voice she has.
hmm
And so when you listen to her and Beyonce together, it works and it sounds really good. But you're talking about the Dolly Parton song Jolene.
Okay.
Yeah, that is my favorite song off the CD. I play it all. I literally was just
I
playing
have
it.
not listened to the new in its
Yeah,
entirety, but
yeah,
I will eventually listen to it.
yeah. Go listen to. You can listen to it on YouTube. Go listen to that song where her and Miley Cyrus and Jolene. I mean, the whole album is good, but listen to those two songs. Those two songs to me are my favorite.
Does she have a visual for this album, or is just she's not doing anything with a visual anymore?
I haven't seen a video. I haven't seen a video for did she do a video for um I can't not 16 carriages.
The
I can't
other
think
one,
of that
Texas
song.
Hold'em?
Did she do a video for that? I think she did.
Maybe.
I think she did. I think yeah. So I just think she just did a video for that one and that was it.
Mhm.
But anyway,
Okay.
the CD is right now is currently #1 on iTunes, and it's like I think it broke the record for like the most plays or streams or something in
Mhm.
Spotify history, blah blah. So it's definitely breaking records.
Yeah,
So
I actually do like this for her. I really do
yeah,
love this for her
yeah,
that she's
country
showing.
Beyonce is here to stay.
Yeah, and also
Now
it's opening doors for other black country artists too.
that's the other thing too. Yes, but what I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what the country awards are gonna do. Because this CD, we're not even talking about the #1 country album. We're talking about I know it's gonna be the #1 album, period. And so you have a country album, plain country album, that's #1. The singles have been #1. She redid Dolly Parton's hit Jolene. Like it'd be interesting to see what the country music awards are gonna do about it. Like, are they gonna try and play her, or are they gonna be like, she deserves this, so we gotta include her.
Only one way to find out,
And one last thing before we move on, how funny would it be for her to win album of the year at the Country Music Awards?
but not the Grammys.
But not the Grammys, but the Country Music Awards. That would be hilarious. That would
Yeah,
be hilarious right
you
there.
know, or they might say, you know what, Beyonce is a one-hit wonder for this country road because she's only coming over here just to sample, just to make a statement, then go back over to her R&B, wannabe rap, and some other stuff. So it will be really interesting
Yeah.
to
I'm
see how it goes.
I'm actually waiting for a Destiny's Child country CD with
That's
all
not going to
four
happen.
members. With four members. I want to see a Destiny's Child country
Who's the
CD.
fourth?
Four,
So who's the
five,
fourth?
five. Sorry, five.
So who's those other two?
They,
Oh,
Beyonce,
okay.
Kelly, Michelle,
Uh-huh.
Latavia, and
Latoya.
Latoya. Farrah doesn't exist. We're not counting Farrah. Farrah's still looking for her luggage.
Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah. So
Mm-mm-mm.
no. Hey Farrah. So yeah, no.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen though.
No. Yeah, no. They're not
I
gonna
don't
do a
think that's
country music.
ever going to happen. But kudos to Beyonce though, for the doors that she's now finally she is using her, well, let me not say that. She is now in my book, because I know people will come for me when I say this. In my book, using her star power for something in the public that we can see
Mm,
by
mm,
opening up doors for other people in the other music genre to make a statement. So look, Black people
mm,
is not about R&B, soul, gospel, rap, hip hop. We can do jazz too. We can
mm.
do country music too. So it's
Well, they
time for
say that.
y'all.
Well, they
Yes, it's
said
time for
that.
y'all to start giving us other
Yeah.
Black people props in the country music awards too.
Well, they said that Black people, country music originated from Black people.
We all know that.
I'm just telling you what the people said. Now,
Hmm. We gonna
so
see.
that'd be rock and roll, that'd be jazz, of course, that'd be R&B, that'd be rap.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right. I have a question for you.
shoot,
A very simple one.
shoot.
Um, Hold on if I can find it. Would you rather to be a member of the Kardashian family
Oh, this gonna
or
be
the
easy.
Obama family?
Oh, this is not gonna be easy. Yes,
Mm,
yes, this is hard. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is hard.
Kardashian family or the Obama
Oh,
family?
this is a good one, Tyrone. This is honestly hard for me. It is because
Really?
yes, it is because people would think you just would like jump and say, "Oh, the Obama," but no, they get so much hate. Like they get so much hate that what is the oldest daughter's name? Not
Sasha? Or we're talking about for the Kardashians or for the Obamas?
for the Obamas. It's
Sasha.
Sasha. I
Yeah.
believe she directed a movie
Oh, she
at
did?
the Sundance Film Festival, and
Hmm.
she literally changed her name. Yeah,
Why?
she because she didn't want the Obama and everything. She didn't want people to see that and automatically rush to judgment to think is nepotism and hate it just because.
Hmm.
And
What
so
movie
like,
is this so?
what'd you say?
What movie was this?
I, I can't remember. I can't remember. That story just stood out to me because I was like, "Dad, she changed her name." Yes, she literally changed. She didn't put her name on it. Um,
Hmm.
but again, they get so much hate that I don't know.
But the Kardashian gets it equally too.
They get hate, but they get hate. They don't get the Obamas get hate just because they're black. Let's just say it. They were in the White House and they did absolutely. They had no scandal for 8 years.
Even
Nothing.
to this very day.
The tan suit was the scandal. Literally, the tan suit. But they hate him. They hate them so much. Why? We know why. And so that's my whole thing. Like I don't know. At least with the Kardashians, they just hate them just because, right? They're big. They're powerful. They have money. Um, at the end of the day, I'm going to say, because I know I'm dragging this on, because yes, this
Hmm.
is very difficult for me. I'm gonna say the Obamas, just simply because I think legacy wise, I think the Obama legacy is gonna hold more weight and be more important than the Kardashian legacy in the end.
Okay.
And secondly, what the Obama legacy would be standing for is even more important than we made it big because somebody made a SEX tape, and then mom took over, and now we're all famous, right? You know what I mean? Like, so they got money, they got power, they have fame. The Obamas have the same thing, but the Obamas just have it. I think I just their legacy would just be a certain different kind of legacy.
If I have to choose, I would definitely choose the Obama
I knew
family
who you would choose. Like,
or the
that's not even.
Kardashians. Now, there's nothing wrong with the Kardashians.
No.
Every family has its own issues and problems.
Yeah.
Both, you can make money from that name. The
Yeah.
Obama, that name, you can make money. The Kardashians, you can make money from that name.
For sure.
But as you said, in terms of legacy, nowadays when you hear the word um Kennedy,
Yeah.
you associate that
Yeah.
not only with politics, but with money, and you have some type of leverage, some type of power, tangible, something that you can
Yeah.
hold.
Yeah.
When you hear Kardashian, you hear of Ray J, automatically comes to mind, and what goes along with that thing. But also, when you hear of the word Kardashian, you think of business minded people as well
Mm-hmm.
that know
Mm-hmm.
how to make a buck selling air. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Selling anything. So you know that each family has its own dynamics, but
Yeah.
I think I would definitely choose to be a part of the. I know they're not perfect. They're human
Yeah.
beings.
Yeah.
They have their issues. They cuss in private.
Yeah.
And they make up in private. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would definitely choose the Obama, because
Yeah.
that will forever be etched into the history, not
Yeah.
just of the United States of America,
Yeah.
but the world.
Yeah.
So I
No,
would
definitely.
do that.
Yeah. And I also think that the Obama name would get you in. I think the Obama name will get you in doors that even the Kardashian name couldn't get you in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Kim and them are huge, but Obama, who was the former president of the United States, and Michelle Obama, that name, the power associated with being the former president, that's just like something a little bit different, right? And so,
It
and
hits more
and
classy too.
and I was about to say, and the kind of doors that name will get you into also is just a different type of vibe and different story. And so I think those are the doors that I personally would want to get into more than the doors that the Kardashians could get into.
Correct.
And so,
I agree.
so I'm not changing my answer. Obama's. That was a good one. That was hard. That was a good one, but that was hard.
Okay. We're gonna go to this other one now, where it's been all over the place. What in the world is going on with Puff, Daddy, Diddy,
Brother love.
Sean Combs, you name it? What in God's green earth? Is he touching little boys too? Or, my bad, I take it back, grown men?
Yeah. We
Or
we
is this what they call it, trafficking?
were you and I were talking about this behind the scenes a little bit. And I'm gonna watch what I say about this because we talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
If you're from New York, right, or if you're from the New York area, if you grew up in New York around the time when Bad Boy at his height, this is not shocking to you. It's not, it is not shocking. Like, I've only known Diddy to be a tyrant. I've only known Diddy to be a tyrant. I'm not even kidding. I'm not making it up. Diddy has always been a tyrant. He has. Like, it's this is facts that Diddy once ran up on the music executive Steve Stout, and they beat him up in his office. This is known, it's not alleged. They settled out of court. Like, this is like facts. And so none of this is shocking. I think some of the details are shocking because you heard, but you didn't really know, but you would hear stuff. It was almost like the R. Kelly thing. You always heard things, so it wasn't surprising when it finally happened. It's the same thing with Diddy. It's the same thing with Diddy. None of this is shocking. I've heard it. I've seen some of it. And so it's not
It's not
I'm
shocking.
not shocked. I'm not shocked by it. What I am shocked by is, so we have Bill Cosby, we have, before Michael Jackson died, we have Michael Jackson, we have R. Kelly, we have Diddy, and when I see all of that, when I look online, it almost seems as though like people are just like cheering and waiting for the downfall of these black people. Now, if they deserve it, they deserve it. But you just be cheering for the downfall. It's like it's almost like you get enjoyment out of it. It's like these people didn't personally do anything to you. So, and I know it's weird when I say this is because of what I'm just gonna stick with Diddy, what he's accused of.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't like some of the stuff that I'm seeing, and I definitely don't like this thing that they're doing where they're like, Jay-Z's next, this person's next. Jay-Z over there minding his business. Jay-Z ain't said nothing. Until that man is ever charged with something or whatever, stop dragging his name in there. Y'all dragging his name in it because y'all still mad that Beyonce chose him. And y'all want Beyonce to be with somebody else. Leave that man alone. Jay-Z, and this is what I'm talking about when I was like, they just be looking and waiting for somebody like Oprah. They are just waiting for something to come out on Oprah so they can. Tyler Perry. They are literally just, and these are black people. These black people, and then once all of that happened, they gonna sit around and say, we ain't got nobody. We ain't got nobody out there. We don't have anybody this big. We don't have any billionaires. No, we did, but y'all always clapping and cheering and waiting for their downfalls. Even before they were charged with anything, whatever, you're waiting for their downfall. Stop. Just stop. At the end of the day, if he did these things, which I think he did, then justice will be served. Let justice play out. But until then, like, stop, like, yay, clapping for lights. Just stop. It's becoming too much.
I agree. I think we should let the law, the government, do what it does, and hopefully justice will be served and the facts should come to light.
Now, what I will say is why we only got Harvey Weinstein. Now, just read in between the lines. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of other Harvey Weinsteins out there, but you're going after the Diddys, the Russell Simmons, the R. Kellys, the Bill Cosbys, but we only got Harvey. I'm gonna need you
those
to.
other people, they're public figures. They're public figures, and when you're public figures, you're easy target, especially if you're black, you're also an easy target.
That's the other thing too. I want us to do. I want to do a show about that, or have a segment about that. Is like when people and if you think about when people come from nothing and become something from that world, it's almost like they turn into monsters. Right? Because it's the weirdest thing to me. Like, it's just weird when you come from nothing, you make it, and then you turn into this monster. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why you feel like you need to go that route. Like, you already have power and influence. So why do you need to be a tyrant on top of that? That's number one. And then number two is like, I don't know why you didn't stop to think like, I better chill out because like again, you already got a strike. You're a black man, powerful, a billionaire, you don't think they're just waiting and looking? They're literally waiting for you to mess up so they can get you. They literally are. And so I
But
just think that
also,
they need to be smarter.
this is what I also think, and I'm not picking up for anybody who is doing anything illegal. That's not what I'm picking up for. But some of these men, regardless if you're black, white, Asian, or whatever, some of these people think that they're untouchable,
Yeah. No, yeah.
including Trump.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
They think that they're untouchable and they can keep going around, do whatever that they do illegally, immoral, unethically, and otherwise, and think that they're not gonna, you know what I'm saying, get caught. And especially when it comes on to trafficking, like stuff that can get you locked up for years. And because you know people that keep in mind, there are other people who are doing that. Other powerful, rich, white men and women are doing that. But they're going to use all their resources to make sure that they get the black man or black.
exactly. Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
they did it with Well, he kind of did it to himself though. They did it to R. Kelly.
Well,
You know, that's
yeah.
a conversation for a whole different day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do want the truth to come out. This is
Yeah.
definitely going to tarnish his legacy.
That is the other thing too, right? Because let's just say when it was Bill Cosby, it was easy for me to disconnect with Bill Cosby. I liked the Cosby Show, but it was easy for me not to watch the Cosby Show. It was easy. I just was like, I'm not watching the Cosby Show anymore. When it came to R. Kelly, I liked R. Kelly. I thought R. Kelly was talented. I listened to him growing up, listened to him, all my life. It was kind of easy for me to disconnect from R. Kelly. I didn't have to. I was like, okay, I'm not supporting R. Kelly. I'm not playing his music, and I have it.
That's so hard to do, though.
With not for me, I can totally disconnect. If you are
That's in the name of love.
I can easily. I have not literally played, and let me tell you something. It has been hard not to play Your Body's Calling. It is. That's my favorite R. Kelly song. Your Body's Calling. It has been hard.
I haven't listened to R. Kelly in years, though. I will say that, though.
And that's my whole point. But again, it's been kind of easy for me to kind of like disconnect. Disconnecting from Diddy is going to be way harder for me, just simply because Diddy, bad boy, he's so intertwined with my teens and 20s and even some of my 30s that, like, I mean, I wore Sean John, Little Kim, Maze, like Biggie, Faith, Sean John clothes, like he was everywhere. He did everything. His artists, like Mary J. Blige, you know what I mean? He's intertwined throughout, and so I just don't know how I would even disconnect.
Making the Band, that was my show.
Making it like this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how I would I would literally be disconnecting my whole teens and 20s. I would have to disconnect from, because him and Bad Boy, they're all intertwined. And so I was thinking about that the other night. I was like, there's no way I'm not listening to Total and Faith and 112, and there's no way I'm going to stop listening to all of them. Like, I'm just not. That I'll be playing myself.
It's crazy.
And so
yeah. But you do know all of this started from what's her name? Cassie
Ventura.
She started it, and now you notice she hasn't said a word. She just collected her points.
She got that check.
And now she's just like
Cassie is living her life on the farm with her husband and her 2 kids, and they out there feeding them chickens and them cows, and she having a good old life.
And also, unfortunately, Cat Williams did say this too. He did make mention of Diddy when he did the Shannon Sharp a few weeks ago. Close to like a month now. Like, he wants to protect the integrity of his I'm paraphrasing, the integrity, of being a virgin.
Listen, I, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna
Mm,
touch that. Listen, all I'm saying is I'm not surprised by any of these stories. Like I'm not even like none. Like I'm not surprised by these stories. If you,
mm.
like I said, if you grew up in New York back in the day, you know, we know this about Diddy. We knew this. Like it was like, yeah, Diddy's a tyrant. Are you kidding me? Like we knew like his baby mother who passed on, Kim Porter. Like we know she couldn't
Mhm.
even date. She couldn't even date anybody else. He moved on to
Really?
J Lo, Cassie. She could not date anybody. She literally had to stay in the house, and like it was crazy. Like she couldn't date anybody. Like what's his name? Al B. Shore been trying to tell y'all for years that Diddy was a tyrant because Al B. Shore used to date Diddy's baby mama, the one who passed on. They have a
Oh,
son. They have a son together that Diddy adopted. Yes, Quincy. When they say Diddy's children, they mention Quentin and they mention Quincy. Quincy is Al B. Shore's son.
oh wow.
Yes, that is Al B. Shore's kid. And so,
Mm.
like it's a whole rabbit hole there. And as a matter of fact, Al B. Shore just came out and said something a couple of days ago about this
Yeah,
whole thing.
I heard it too.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
reason why. Because Diddy has his kid.
This is what I'm gonna say. We're almost out of time. There was a point in time where I used to be like, man, I wish I was rich. Man, I wish that person, I was in that person's family because they had money, they had this and all of that stuff. Now that I'm older, wiser, I'm so happy that I'm not a part of their life because you don't know what happens behind closed door.
Yeah,
Having all of these millions and billions of dollars, they can keep that on all the headache that comes
yeah,
with it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
uh-uh.
I just
I'm good with my
yeah,
little coins over here.
yeah. I just want to be wealthy, not rich, wealthy, big difference. And I definitely don't want to be famous. I just want to be wealthy.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Generational
Because you
wealth.
know you don't want to envy somebody for what they have because you don't know how they got it
Yeah, yeah,
and what they're doing to get it.
and what they have to do to keep it.
Yes.
But
Yeah. Like
a lot of that stuff
mhm.
that we see online with them are smoke and mirrors. I tell people that with social media, it is smoke and mirrors. A lot of these people who you see they having a car every week or they showing a big house and
Mhm.
I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna whatever. But a lot of that stuff is fake. It's for social media. Don't believe it. Don't sit around thinking, "Oh, I wish I had that," or they're doing better than me.
Sometimes those same people who are wealthy and rich as heck, they wish they could exchange lives with you
Yeah,
and I, who are just regular, average
yeah,
Joes.
yeah.
They could just have a peace of mind, just come home probably to an empty house and have
Yeah,
absolutely nothing because the peace of mind is so much
yeah.
better than having all of this.
Which is the reason why a lot of times when a rich person says they're unhappy or something, what's the first thing like a regular person say? Why are you unhappy? You rich. It has nothing to do with money.
Mm-mm.
It has nothing to do with money at all. You could be rich as hell and be miserable. So
Mhm.
don't get me wrong, money helps.
Yeah.
Money helps, but that money isn't gonna necessarily make you happy because after you done bought your big house and you bought all your fancy cars and you bought everything there is to buy, you're gonna sit around and be like, okay, now what I'm gonna do?
Hmm. Yeah. But we're gonna end it right here. I want to thank for those of you who were able to join us today. I know this was like an impromptu show, but we will be back at our regular scheduled time.
Regular
Uh,
scheduled time,
yes, and it's gonna be during the week.
Saturday,
It's Saturday,
Saturday,
right?
Saturday,
Yes, it's gonna be
Saturday at 7.
Saturday.
Saturday at
So
7.
make sure you set your alarms, whatever that you do. We will be back Saturday. Alrighty, and tell everyone that you know. Thank you all for tuning in. tonight's show. It was a blast, and we will see you next week Saturday,
Yes, sir.
same time.
Not same time. Not same time, not same place.
No, that's too late. So we'll do 7. All
Yeah,
right.
so
So, all right. See you all next week.
all right. Peace out.